Met you end of last summer, never wanted to leave. Loving you was a bummer, we just couldn't let be. Gave the world a new color, now I'm falling deeper than deep. You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know, even when the days go by and we're both graying old. You're my somebody, you're my nobody, you're my body. In the dark, and my hands are shaking. I'm alive, but my body's flaming. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. Hold me close, and don't let me go now. Every dose, I don't want to slow down. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. If the world was on fire, maybe we could go far. Two of us could play dirty.
Yo.
I know you like fast cars. You seem like a forever, and I just wanna be where you
Starting
are.
at 30 likes. 30 likes, 30 likes, 30 likes, 30 likes.
You're the kind of somebody
3
I
0
always wanna
likes.
know.
Come on.
Even when the days go by and we're both graying old. You're my somebody, you're my nobody, you're my body.
You are my body.
In the dark, and my hands are shaking. I'm alive, but my body's flaming. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. Hold me close, and don't let me go now. Every dose, I don't want to slow down. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. In the dark, and my hands are shaking. I'm alive, but my body's flaming. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head.
You know, guys, we reached 30 likes, but I'm not gonna start without a drop. Let's wait for the drop. Come on.
Somewhere in a mall,
We're gonna reach 35 likes.
a dream.
I know you can.
I feel you rushing over me, so let me get closer to see, to be. Some days will be broken,
Come on, 40 likes before the drop.
but you're all
You can do
I
it.
need. So let me be open to lead, to breathe. So if we're gonna run and we're gonna play, we could fall in love, never knowing why. How we want ourselves when we're out of time to lose. Ooh. If we wanna know, then we gotta
40 likes before the drop.
know it.
Come on, you can do it.
How we got ourselves 'cause we're out of time to
What's up? Yay, 40 likes. What's up, what's up, what's up? How are you guys? How you feeling? How are you today? You hear the music? Really quiet, right? How are you? How are you? How are you? New week, new live stream, new session, new feedback, new everything, you know? Because in the afternoons, I know you're tired, you don't want to do anything. If you go to the school, now you don't have a school. If you have a job, probably now you're not working. You don't have anything to do. And instead of watching Netflix, you can watch my face and have a good time, have fun, and learn music production. Okay? Hola a todos los de habla hispana. Guys, I'm gonna be quick. Today, what we're gonna do, first of all, thank you so much as always to DistroKid, the sponsor of these live streams, because if you want to release a music by yourself because labels don't accept your music and you trust in your music, or you just want to release it the way you want, the day you want, and get 100% of the money, use DistroKid. Okay, with this link you have a 7% discount, and this way you're gonna be able to upload your music in all the streaming platforms and get 100% of money and release whenever you want. For example, what I did in my song Off of My Head, in Can't Shake You, in Evolution, and a lot of other songs. I didn't go to college today just for this live stream. I don't think that's true, but if it's true, man, you should go to school. Panarin, thank you so much for those 50 Norwegian coronas, man. Thank you so much. When we start with the feedback, remember me, your donation, and I will prioritize your donation, okay? So, well, basically, today, what happens today? We have, again, the interviews back. Okay, guys, we have the interviews back. Today, we're gonna have with us Eleganto. Eleganto is a producer, okay, obviously. And he has released in Armada Music, the label of Armin van Buuren, has released on Stamp Records with an official remix to Martin Garrix. He has released in Hexagon and a lot other labels, and has a ton of monthly listeners and ton of good songs, and yeah, he's sick. Muchas gracias, Jiker, por esos 49 pesos mexicanos. Tú también, bueno, voy a apuntármelo. I'm gonna take note of donations because otherwise... Okay. So, well, let me see if he is... Wait, I'm gonna cut the music. Okay, raise the volume. Let's see if he hears me. Eleganto?
Hey.
Okay, wait. Guys, do you hear him? Can you talk to test?
Yo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, it's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on the screen in 3, 2, 1. Guys, please say hello. Comment on the chat a lot, okay? To say hello to Eleganto.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
What's
up?
Good. Just chilling here. Really happy to join. Thank you for having me, man.
Nah, thank you for the good bangers you do, and thank you for you to come in here. Wait, because you're a bit...
It's a pleasure.
You're a bit on the left. Yeah, now it's good. So, well, I get this. Well, guys, if you have any questions for him, you can put them in the chat. Maybe if you can open the live stream, this way you can read the chat if you want to.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I just read the questions and I tell you. So, well, maybe just let's go straight to the point. Let's start saying who you are, what you do, where you're from, what music you make, all these kind of things, you know, basic stuff.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm a producer based in Spain, Valencia, and I've started my project since 2019. I've been producing music before that too, but in 2019 it was kind of where like it all took place. I kind of like began focusing on just house music because I used to make trap music and a bit of electronic music, and like, you know, I used to experiment with different techniques, different genres. I didn't have like a solid focus, but it all changed when I went to one of the night-based parties in London, and I kind of just thought to myself, well, I really want to do something like this. I want to play live and kind of like have a sound, and I started focusing on that, and yeah, that's where I'm at now. I've had some really good luck along the past few years, and especially this year I've had a lot of success with my some remix competitions for the Stamped Records team, and yeah, I'm just staying creative all the time, trying to move forward in a positive direction, and yeah, I'm loving every second. I'm having some big opportunities coming up. I cannot talk about them yet, but I will be able to share some stuff soon. Definitely, I'm hyped.
When did you say you started making music? What year?
2019. So I started the project in 2019. Yeah.
But on
Um,
2019 you switched to house music, or you started
yes,
from? Okay, you switched. But when you
I switched
started
to house music.
producing whatever genre, when the first time you opened a DAW and you started making music?
The first time I started making music was in 2012.
Ah, okay. So that's a long
2012, and
time.
that was a long time. I did like I didn't take it like fully seriously, but I was experimenting, having fun, and
Yeah,
just
like
playing around, which is what you should do. You should just love what you do and
yeah.
not treat it like a job.
There's a lot of people that ask me, for example, when I start, or not when I started, how long have you been making music? And I never know how to reply to the question because uh, when I started, it was around 2014 or so. But maybe I open the program once a week, maybe once
Yeah,
every 2 weeks. So I don't consider that really starting making music, you know. So
yeah.
I start counting like mid 2015, 2016. You know, that's when I started like focusing more on this, trying not maybe not every day, but maybe every 2 days or things like this to really work on this. But like do it once a week or once every 2 weeks. I don't really think that's considering a starting.
No,
It's just
no, but no, definitely not. But I did open it a lot even when I was starting up because I kind of got obsessed um when I discovered that you can make music, and I was just on it all the time, and I was playing around. My brother was studying. He was studying like music production, so he could come and teach me any trips or any stuff that I didn't know, any tricks and tips. I meant,
so
and
your brother is also a music producer.
yes, my brother's also a producer, but now he's focusing more on singing. He's like stuff, and he's called Zadkill. Like we have a track called Nintendo, um, and that's one of the tracks we've done. And we have
Ah,
a few
okay.
tracks that are coming out too soon. But yeah, anyway, what I was saying is that I remember that it was this period that I stopped for 1 second, well, one maybe like half a year or something like that because I didn't have a laptop, so the laptop stopped working. I had to wait till I get a new one, and that was a period that I stopped. I think that was around 2000 and 2015, no, 16, 2016.
Yeah, it happened something
And
similar to me also. I had a really bad laptop, okay, and I started with that, but it broke. And I said this a lot of times here in the live stream. What I used to do is when my sister wasn't at home, I used to take her computer,
yeah,
install FL Studio, install all the plugins, install everything, work a little bit, and then before she come back, uninstall everything. Like I didn't touch the computer and let the computer again on her desk. It was a mess. It was like really annoying, but I couldn't do anything else. It was the only way to make music, you know.
that's amazing. That's amazing. It's an adventure.
Yeah. After this, well, I also got a really bad computer, but well, now luckily I have a good one and
Yes,
I can
yes,
make music with it.
yes, brother. I'm happy to also have a really good one too, and
Mm.
I feel like it's important to have a good system that doesn't crash.
Yeah, of course,
Well,
of
that
course.
doesn't lag throughout your process because that can be frustrating and like
Yeah.
give you
For example,
problems.
with my old one, because this one is not even 1 year old, but the previous one was quite good, was powerful and so. But when I was in big projects, especially because I make a lot of different genres, you know. But for example, on hardstyle, I think I use way more things because like first drop is completely different from the break. That's completely different from the second drop, you know. So it's like a lot of different songs together, we could say. So the projects are super big. So on those projects, at the end when I have everything, when maybe I even have the vocals and so, the computer was dying. And
Yeah.
when I bought this new one, I tried the project that was crashing the most. I opened it in this computer. It was perfect. Like no crash, no lags, no
Wow.
glitches, nothing. It was like, oh, this is
That's
the
the
good
best
one.
feeling ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This is the good
I
one.
had yes in two. I think I spent money like I spent like 3,000 euros on a MacBook.
Yeah.
On one of the it was a 32 gig RAM, It was a 15-inch screen. Yeah, it was really good.
Hmm.
And then a couple of years later, they launched the new ones, the M1 new chips, and they discontinued the old ones. And I was like, no, I have to get the new ones because there's no way
But
I
with
can
Apple,
continue.
you
Yeah,
can like give the old one and they discount, right, or not?
that's what I did. That's exactly what
Ah,
I
okay,
did.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. I traded in, and they gave me a discount, and I got the latest one. And man, it's really really good because it does. I had to have mine before. I used to have to have it on a cooler so that it wouldn't overheat,
Yeah.
and I would have to have it on the charger because it would run out of battery because of the processing of logic. But now I can have it on battery and with just on the desk, and no overheating, and it has a good
Yeah,
battery.
well, I do have that core thing just because I have it and I just put it because if it can do something, it's good. The only problem, for example, I have on this computer is an MSI, okay, it's Windows, but it's like aluminum or metal. It's not plastic. It's like MacBooks is also the same, right? It's aluminum, the
Yeah,
the
they're
case.
aluminum. Yeah,
So these ones is like it's easy that you touch it and it's so hot. It like internally it doesn't get that warm, but like when you touch it, it's extremely hot sometimes. So I
yeah.
just put the cooler there. So if it can help, it helps. Or if not, the MSI has a function that you press a button, it enables all the fans
All
to
the
the max
fans, but it makes a
capacity.
lot of noise.
Yeah, it makes a lot of noise, like a plane.
That's how my old one used to be. That's exactly how it used to be. It was like hot to touch,
Yeah.
and I had to have the fans on. But now
Yeah.
it's super quiet, not hot to touch.
No,
Ev-
yeah, I mean mine is
Never.
quiet, but when I want to cool it, like is so hot or so, I can enable that, and I think normally it's one fan. If I have something like GPU things like Premiere, After Effects, these kind of things, enables two, and when I click that button, enables those two plus an extra one to the max
Yeah,
capacity. So it's like I don't know if maybe if
I
it's
know
80
exactly what you mean.
degrees
I know
and
what
maybe
you
if
mean.
it's
Yeah,
at 80 degrees in 2 minutes is at 50. It's like
yeah,
going down extremely fast.
yeah. It's not very efficient with that. But yeah,
So
bro.
I guess if you
It,
have a Mac, use Logic or use Ableton.
I use Logic. You can use Ableton too. You can use
Yeah.
FL too. But
Yeah, well,
I
it's
use
quite not that usual. Well, now it's a bit more, but not that usual to have Mac and use FL. Usually people that have FL use
very
Windows
true. Very
or
true because
use
a lot of like the plugins and stuff are different, right?
hmm.
Because of they're Windows compatible. No, I do get that. But yeah, Ableton works very well, I think, with Mac and Logic. Well, I've always used Logic, always, so
Since the beginning.
I can't think about anything else really. It's just done everything for me, so I'm good with that.
Yeah, I mean, I also have the same. Well, when I started, I tried Cubase. I didn't know even how to put the kick. I didn't know how to do anything. I tried FL Studio. I wasn't so comfortable. I tried Ableton. The same thing. I didn't know how to put anything. Well, in Ableton was a bit easier, but didn't know how to do anything on it. Of course, I
Yeah,
didn't try Logic because I don't have a Mac, but I'm comfortable with FL Studio. I stay with it. I can do whatever I want, so I stay with this one.
fantastic,
Yeah, I
fantastic.
don't think there's any problem on that.
No, I know a lot of people that use FL Studio. That's really good. It's cool. I just wish I wish I knew all of them because sometimes you collaborate with someone,
Yeah,
and it'd be cool to like at least have like essential techniques to know everything so that you can at least get around, do the basic
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. That would be nice. I think there's some people that do this. For example, Kashmir. I know he has some FL Studio projects with in the Bass Jackers collabs because he
Oh
shared
wow.
the projects on a Splicer thing or somewhere else. He shared the projects and there were FL Studio projects. But in theory, as far as I know, Kashmir usually uses Ableton. But maybe for
Yeah.
those collabs, he uses FL Studio because know how to use it or so.
I mean,
That
he's
would be
a
nice.
he's a he's a guru, isn't he? So he
Yeah,
should be
yeah.
he should know a little bit more. Yeah, I know
Um,
that people that use like Pro Tools as well. It's crazy.
I don't like Pro. I never tried actually, but I've seen it and I don't like it at all.
Yeah,
And
it's
for example,
mostly for recording and mastering
yeah,
and
I
stuff.
mean it's more old school, I guess,
Yeah,
or
yeah,
maybe more focused on kind of rock, pop, these kind of things that you record everything and you
Exactly.
like
Focus
live.
on audio, yeah,
Hmm.
rather than MIDI.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what
But
it is.
for example, I think it was Castion. Yeah, I think it was him that he was studying music production, and he had to use Pro Tools for some things, and he was like, "This so bad. I don't want to use Pro Tools," but he was forced to do it for the school.
Yeah.
But yeah, um, I want to know because, well, first, in your opinion, what was your first big release? Like, okay, this is working.
Um, in my opinion, my first big release was On the Floor. That was with Vibrancy, this Canadian label, and with Cloverdale. It's owned by Cloverdale. I thought I saw the opportunity to send them demos. They were starting up the label. I thought, I could really use a release right now. I was in a situation where I didn't have many releases lined up. I was doing mostly self releases. But I was really happy to see how well it did, how well received it was. I received a lot of followers from Cloverdale, and a lot of amazing people were in my radar, and I was in their radar, and yeah, some good friendships have come from there. We still stay in
You
touch all
released
the
a lot
time,
there,
and
right?
yeah, I'm now the A&R for that label. We're taking it slow right now with the signing, but I remember that we did a lot of signings during the. I think we signed mostly during the beginning of the year, like spring, and yeah, we had some really good releases this year, and I obviously released there too. But yeah, it's that was my first release. I noticed I was getting played by on 1001 track list, a lot of support, and I was having a lot of big people following me and asking and support. I had the first EDC support on Las Vegas, and by Abstract, and yeah, I was really happy with that.
Who
I thought
supported
that would
you at
be
who supported you at EDC?
Abstract.
And you send the songs to him, or
No, so basically, we'd send so in flight is a system you send promos to the industry. So you can with an in flight, you have a mailing list
yeah,
and you can
I
import
know
it.
in
And
flight.
so basically, he was in the mailing list, which is it's not a real mailing list. Is in flight is much cooler because you get everything like more organized. Emails are boring, and yeah, and he it seems like he really liked it. He said I really got a response. He said we'll send to Happy for future use, and then he did play in EDC Las Vegas. It was an amazing moment for me, and I was really proud that moment. That made me realize I'm doing something good.
Yeah, of course, of course. Um, oh, actually, I know. I never tried Inflate, but I know it because last year I was doing some DJ sets on the YouTube channel, and I got a lot of submissions from Inflate. I guess I'm subscribed there, but I never use it. But I received a lot of submissions with that.
Yeah,
Maybe I need
I
to
I
try like
I
promoting.
yeah, exactly. I think it's now the becoming the industry standard for DJ promos. I definitely check it for my own music whenever I wanna get a set ready. I don't play a lot out, but when I do, it's nice to have somewhere where I can get the music. Um and yeah, dude, like I have I don't know if anyone's going to ADE. Is anyone going to ADE?
I'm going. I'm going.
That's sick. That's sick. Well, man, I'm so excited. Like
You
it's gonna
you
be so high.
you never been there, or you've
I've
been?
never been to ADE, never.
So
This
nice.
is
I've
my
been
first
twice.
ADE.
I went in 2016, just basically like a trip to visit Amsterdam, and because there were a lot of parties and so, and it was so cool. I mean, I went to all the parties I could, and it was so nice. But then I came back on 2019, the last, let's say, normal ADE, because last year was an ADE, but it wasn't as usual. So the last normal ADE, and it's so nice because, for example, you go to the. I was at the revealed pop-up store. They just basically rent a place. They put some clothes there, and some DJs play in that store. So you just go there, and at one moment or another, there's gonna be one DJ or one producer that Maybe you message him on Instagram or whatever. He's gonna go there, so you can talk with a person or know
Yeah,
people that maybe
fascinating.
you
Yeah,
you would never talk somewhere else. Like is there, you can talk with anyone. Then you go to another store. There's some people there, and it's so cool because it's so easy to contact with people that or maybe you want to know.
yeah,
There was also one place that it was crazy because it was a hotel, but like top hotel, like expensive one.
yeah.
But like the whole of the hotel was kind of not party, but like with a bit of music and people drinking there and so. And it's a free entrance. So we went there with some friends, and there was Feder Grant. I don't remember if it was someone from Protocol Records. I don't remember now who he was.
Yeah.
Kashmir all of a sudden went through there. I mean, all the big ones were there at that place.
That's good.
Probably
That's
because they had a room in that hotel, really
Yeah.
expensive one. I think it was like 500 per night or something like this. Like
Yeah.
really expensive. But all the big ones were there, and you can try to talk with them.
Yeah.
It's so
It
cool.
is cool. It is cool, yeah, to get a little moment to see them and get a photo or something. Yeah.
You playing
Yeah.
somewhere at the idea?
I am playing a little secret event. But well, I can tell you guys, but it's not announced yet. It's I'm gonna be playing at Moxie and Friends.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
nice.
gonna be 2000 on the 19th. On the 19th. 19th
Okay,
of
now
October.
Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be an unannounced special guest, so there'll be surprise guests coming in, and so that'll be really cool. I'm one of
You
those surprise guests.
you leave the
Apart from
party.
that, apart from that, I don't. I'm not playing, but I have plans to go to see Manu on the live on his event for the Unfold, and I also want to see Stamped, the Stamped label night. I've talked to the A&R. I think they might get me. It would be really cool if
Yeah,
I
because
could
it's
get on the
full.
guest
You cannot
list.
buy the tickets are is a sold out. So you need to
Exactly.
you
I
need to
need
use
the
your
guest list.
contacts, but I guess you it's
Exactly.
gonna be easy for you.
Exactly. And the next one would be I want to go to the Matroda in France because it'd be cool to get to know them. But there's a lot of nights that I would have also liked to go, but like they'll clash, I might also go to the Monster Cat because Abstract's gonna be there, and in the Bitbird is on the other room, and then I could see, I could get to meet
I mean,
one of
the
my
thing on
friends.
EDE is that it's crazy because maybe one night there's like, not joking, 30, 40, 50 parties. It's like this.
It's crazy.
For example,
crazy.
on 2019, I was at the party of who that party was. I don't remember now, but I know there was the Vision, Julian Jordan, RT. I don't remember who else. I don't know the party from what label, what artist it was. I don't remember now. But like, I mean, it was at a really small club, really, really small. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe like max 100 people, but like max, 100 people. But the next door, there was another club. There was another party. I don't know if it was Mesto's party or something like this. And like three more houses up front, there was another small club with another party from other artists. And it's like, what the fuck,
Yeah, and you just think like it's a shame because I would love to have gone to a lot of them, but like
Yeah.
you can only go to one.
Well, you can maybe go to like suites, like you're 1 hour here, then you go to the next one because they are next door, and most
Yeah.
of them, they are not that expensive. Some
The
of
thing
them
is
are
that
like
when I
10, 15
when I
euros.
go
That is like here in Valencia. I mean, a normal club is like that or even more expensive just one night, a normal night with the
Yes.
resident DJ, and you go
Yes.
there 15 euros and you see top DJs and it's like, what the fuck.
Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing. I think that same night that I'm playing, Eric Pritz is doing his holo with
I wanted to go.
Tomorrowland. Uh,
I went to a Tomorrowland thing the last year that it was like 15 years of Tomorrowland, and they did something like playing from 2005 to 2019, like the biggest hits of the industry, but with an orchestra, a real orchestra with violins, with all these kind
it's
of things.
amazing.
And at the same time, in some songs, they were mixing with the real song, the electronic song with that DJ. For example, Armin was there, Afrojack was there, Dimitri Vegas and Like was there, like playing some songs at the same time with the orchestra. It was so cool. It was so nice.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Mm.
awesome. Dude.
I don't really know now what I know. I'm going to protocol and reveal parties, and then there is a Turn It Up Records party that is free. That is, I think, on the central station. There is free entrance. I mean, I don't know if it's wide open, like in middle of the street or what, but it was
It
free
might be.
entrance. So I'm gonna go there, and I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be there. Like, do you want to come here? Okay, let's go. I don't have that much planned, you know.
Yes, bro. I think we should totally meet up for sure.
Yeah, sure, sure. Maybe I can put you this secret, but I have a group with Spanish talking people that is going to AD,
Sick.
and maybe I can put you there. For example, Castion is there.
Yeah, casting.
You know Sebastian Mateo?
No, I don't know him actually. Shit.
He
Sorry.
released a lot of times on Revealed. He was doing more kind of bass house, and so he's also in that group. I don't know. There's a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Um.
Sick. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay, coming back to the release thing. Then the first big label was Armada or was Hexagon?
The first, well, it was Hexagon, I think, because Armada was a bit later. I was a bit, yeah, I was really happy with Hexagon because it also gave me a big push again. I had just had On the Floor and I needed the next push, and the Hexagon release was very good for me for that. It gave
Yeah,
me
I
a
think
lot of
Hexagon community is
support.
quite strong. Like the community around that label is like really people that really like it, that really want to follow other producers. Maybe most of them are producers also.
It's actually really funny because when I released on Stamped, when the remix, there was people commenting on the YouTube and they were saying, "Oh, Hexagon artist Eleganto is." I'm a Hexagon artist now. It's funny. It's really nice how like they'll put you in a group you didn't even know you were in. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's really cool.
So
I
yeah,
had that release on Keep It Real. That was my release there. It wasn't the main label. It was on Generation Hex, but it did very well for me. And then I did another one, which was Make You Dance with a collab with Loose Bone, and that was also really good. That went really well, surprisingly well for me. Back then, I wasn't expecting anything, so it was very surprising to see that. And Armada, well, Armada was I think they were in contact with No Thanks. They're Canadian, and I had the song, and they said they wanted to work on it and get it to big labels. So I was like, cool, let's work on it. And I was a real fan of their music, so it was easy to work. It was a shame that it didn't perform as well as I would have liked it to. Their Mada release, I don't know why. I felt like the same day that we released the song, Armin van Buren released the song, and then a lot of big, like a lot of people, like producers, released the song. It was like one of those release weeks where they had like 10 releases, and we were like one of the last ones. And I just felt like we didn't get enough attention because I think the song
yeah.
was had a lot of potential. It was very commercial.
Fuck.
But
That's a problem, you know, because the problem nowadays is like, I mean, it's good on one side that labels release a lot of music because this way you give a lot of opportunities to producers. But yeah, the problem is this, that maybe one label releases in 1 week 5, 6, 7 songs, and it's like you pay attention only to the big artists, the artists that you know. So you forget all the other ones. For example, let's say in 2018, for example, Revealed. Maybe it was releasing one song a week, and like if you get that song, you're gonna get a lot of promotion, a lot of attention, and so. And maybe now between Reveal Radar and normal Revealed, maybe they release 5 or 6, and they also have Gemstone that maybe there is another one. So it's like a lot of opportunities, but a lot more competition. You know, like you're not gonna pay that much attention to the songs. So it's good
it's a
and it's
shame.
bad.
Yeah, it's. I feel like you have to be careful with those kind of labels. I feel like if labels are doing those kind of practices, you should probably stay a little bit away. and
I mean,
the labels are doing more dedication, because um at the end of the day, there are labels that are putting a lot of work and doing some of the best campaigns. My favorite right now is like Future House Music. They're very dedicated on their releases.
yeah,
They're picky, but when they like something, they'll push it, and
yeah, and the fan
they're
base
really
is so
good.
big.
Yeah, it is a big fan base, and they don't do that many releases, so it's a very good label right now to release in. Uh,
Yeah,
the
but
other,
because for example, I think it was Loud Cult, I think it is, that they release maybe 3 songs every day, and it's like it's way too much, you know. But on labels, I kind of put labels in groups. Let's say that it's like there are labels that are gonna give you a name or are gonna give you a reputation. For
yeah,
example, even if Armada didn't work really well for you, it gives you reputation. Like you released in Armada, it's not easy at all to release there, you know. But
yeah,
if you send song to them, I don't even think people is there are A&Rs listening anymore there. I mean, it's like only if you have the contacts. Then there
yeah,
are labels that maybe are not that big, but maybe pay more attention. You try to promote more, try to like give more love to the song, to the release, you know.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah,
then other labels that like maybe is more like okay, you will release your song, but they give you a lot of streams on Spotify. So
yeah,
like if you can combine all of them, it's good because like you get reputation, then this other song gives you a lot of streams and monthly listeners, so maybe you can get more followers. Then this one is like paying more attention to your songs. In the end, I think combination of all of them can help a lot.
yeah. I think I another thing I noticed is some artists are paying for their streams,
Yeah,
and I get that. It's nice to be able to, like, get the numbers you want, get
yeah,
like
but in the end, it's fake.
but in the end, it really hurts you more than it helps you, because um Spotify is like Instagram. They have an algorithm. They have a system of seeing what audience likes their music, and then recommending the music to them more than to the rest. So they try and figure out who likes you, and they will recommend it to them. So if you have a bunch of bots liking your stuff, then your music's gonna get recommended to them, and your reach is just destroyed. Basically,
Yeah,
you're not
and
gonna
in the
be
end, you're
reached
gonna
too
have
fast.
to pay always. In every release, you're gonna have to buy those streams because of what you say. Because in the end, you're not building a fan base. I
In
mean,
the end,
I,
people can tell.
yeah, I understand in the side of business, pure business, because it's like
Yeah,
okay, I have a lot of streams, so this way they're gonna book me for DJ sets, so this way I'm gonna make money, you know, that I'm gonna reinvest in buying those streams to, you know, do this. But I prefer to try. For example, let's say you want to spend 1,000 euros for fake streams, and you get, let's say, 1 million, whatever. I prefer to spend those 1,000 euros in real promotion and maybe get 300,000 streams. You know, I get 70% less. Okay,
but
but
you
I
get
know they are real.
real
They are
support.
real. They follow me. So in the next release, they're gonna listen without the promotion. So this way, you're building your fan base that then is gonna go to your sets. Is gonna listen to your music. Is gonna, you know, ask you things. All these kind of things. In the end, that is gonna help you, because otherwise, it's like okay, you pay a lot of streams, but in the end, you also need to pay likes on Instagram, because otherwise,
Yes,
like, no, I have 1 million listeners a month on Spotify, but they have 1,000 followers on Instagram. No, you need the followers on Instagram. So it's like paying for everything.
paying for everything. It's a mess. And yeah, dude, exactly. I'd rather have 1,000 real streams than 1 million fake ones. It's just, I like to know the real people that are listening. I had a collab with someone. I don't want to say who, but they paid for streams, and it was very sad because I could tell. Um and yeah, I didn't say anything, but I
And
avoid collabing with them because of that, because I don't want to damage my listeners,
yeah, and then you
my
receive
reach.
messages on Instagram like, "Do you want 10,000 streams? I can give you 10,000 streams for 50 euros." I
Yeah.
get that a lot. Or when I ask
Or get verified.
yeah, the verified thing also. I'm so tired of that. But also when I ask for, because I work on my promotion, I ask a lot of playlists to get my song there, and most of them are you need to pay. But they are like, okay, some of them are like, okay, you pay me this to get in this position. Okay, then I try to investigate if the label, if the playlist is good or is bad, is fake, and so. But there are others that is like, yeah, if you pay 10 euros, you're gonna get 1,000 streams. If you pay 50, you're gonna get 10,000 streams. Yeah, how do you know this? Obviously, because you're buying those streams. You know, it's like, at least try to make it not that fake. You know, like hide the fake thing. No, they don't hide it. Just like, okay, pay, you get this. It's like, come on.
I never paid for playlists. Like I think that's another thing that you have to be very careful, because it's a gamble. You never know what they're doing. You never
I
know.
paid for some of them. I try to be really careful. I kind of know some ways to know if they are real. You never know exactly 100% if they are real or not, you know? Or
Yeah.
maybe if 80% are real, 20% are fake. You don't know these things, but kind of can know. And I paid for some of them. Some of them I regret paying because I realized that no, they were fake. But others, I realized that it was true, or at least it seemed it was true, you know?
Yeah.
Because in some of them it's like you get exactly the same amount every day, like okay, 1,000 every day, well, 1,010 990 streams every day, and it's like you know, it doesn't work like this. Every day is different. On weekends usually you get less streams, these kind of things that make me think at least that it's real, or it seems it's real, you know? If this is
Yeah.
fake, they work really well doing it fake.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true, bro. That's true. That's true. I'm a big fan of getting on the Spotify algorithmic playlists. I love those. If you can get on the editorial playlists. Those ones are great, man.
Yeah, of
Nasty
course.
Bits, Operator. I got one on Dance Paradise that was really big. It was for Domino, my track Domino. Wow, it pushed it a lot.
Yeah,
And
I've not been in a lot of editorials, but there's been a lot in the algorithmics. And for example, I have one song that has more than 500,000 right now, and that one got super, super, super big because it was into Discover Weekly so strong. Like for example, today it gets into Discover Weekly and it gets like 1,000, 1,050, 1,500 streams per day. Okay, going down slightly, but every day, like, okay,
yeah,
1,500, 1,400, like this. After 2 weeks, that is going slightly down, boom, another boom, you know, like 2,000 streams per day, like going down slightly, boom. And like this, now has more than 500,000. And it was a
that's
song released
fantastic.
in a really, really small label, you know. It's like,
And
okay,
it's
that's
good
nice.
because it's very important to accumulate followers on Spotify. I know there's no way to like show it off, but like it's so important, because if you have followers, they'll get a notification when you
Yeah,
release music.
but same thing as we were saying before, real followers.
Exactly. Real
Because
followers.
there's a lot of people that still use the fan gates, and I did in the beginning the common fan gates of you download this sample pack of my song and you need to follow me here, blah blah blah. And in the end, that is not good because maybe that person is using a fake Spotify to do this kind of fan gates, or maybe don't really like your music or so. So you need to let the people follow you because like listen to your music and like your music.
Do you think the fan gates are a bad thing? I was about to recommend it.
I mean, I think it can
I
be a good
use I
thing.
use Townden. So in Townden, I get to see who signed up, who with what email address, what their name is, and most 99% of the times it's real people with their actual profiles.
The thing is,
So
depending on what website you use. For example, if it's a fan gate that is like, okay, you post on your social media. Okay, for example, I'm gonna upload the sample pack of this song I released. If you want it, you need to follow me, or just fan gate, you know, for preserving all these kind of things. In that case, it's good because they come from your socials. They already follow
exactly.
you, so they go there. But like websites like Daily Playlist, for example, that is, I don't know if you know it. Daily Playlist is a
No.
website that you can submit your song to playlist. Okay.
Okay.
Um, and you can put like follow the playlist or maybe follow an artist or these kind of things. Or there are other websites like this. If you do this way, this other way, maybe the people that follow you is just because they want to send a song to a label or to a playlist, or maybe because you have playlists or
Yes,
other things
they
that
don't
are
care
not
about you
directly from you.
or your
In that
music.
case,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
bad because probably they don't even know
Yeah.
you,
I think it's
or they
important
don't
to
know they are following you. You know?
when to use it. Yeah, because I only do the unlock free download gates when you have when I do a free download. So I do like on my SoundCloud a song and say you can download it for free if you go through this and you follow me on
Yeah,
Spotify.
in that case, it's
Most
good.
people are like, oh, we love it. Let's go. I love the song. I will follow you on Spotify. I'd be happy to see you again. So that's nice.
Yeah, in that case, yes.
And but yeah, if it's not related to you, then yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean,
They'll just be confused when they see your name in the Spotify.
because I know people that use these kind of fan gates because they have playlists and so they make people that want to send music to their playlist, they make them follow the artist profile, and then the artist profile has like maybe 20,000 followers, something like this, and they're not real. They're
Monthly
real, probably they're real followers, but not that they follow because of their music, because of their playlist.
it doesn't
know?
translate, yeah.
Yeah, it
into
doesn't
monthly
translate to
listeners.
your music in the end, and I think is what happens that Spotify shows that music to those to that people that don't really follow you, so are not gonna listen to your song, so then it's not gonna be shown to more people, so that's bad.
Yeah. Do we have any good questions from the chat?
Well, I wanted to ask you about the stamp records, but I mean that was
Ah.
just the remix competition, and you won, right?
Yeah, so Stamped Records was amazing for me because the story is that I was checking my email, and when I checked my email, I went to the spam folder, and I found an invitation from Stamped to join. I think because I had submitted demos before, I was in their list, and I just went for it, downloaded it. I had to sign up to an application and do and subscribe to the app so that I could access the stamps. And I thought all of these steps are like a bit complicated. I feel like a lot of people won't do this. And also the reason that I went to spam, the fact that I went to spam means like it's gonna be tough for a lot of people to find the email. So I was like,
sometimes it's in the spam because they use
a
websites or
certain
apps
system.
that
Yeah,
is
yeah,
to
yeah.
send the mail and they go directly to the spam.
So I thought, whatever happened, there must not be a lot of people joining because of this problem. And I thought, well, that increases my odds of winning by a lot. So I should really go for this one and try it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have tried it because it's so big. It's the Martin Garrix thing. I just thought, it was a big opportunity. So I went for it. I was working on that remix. I started very early, and I made sure I said to myself, well, I'm gonna open the project every 3 days and make adjustments, but let myself time to breathe, think, analyze it, come up with a feedback for myself, even from other people, and go back to it and improve it until I have like a really, really solid remix. That was my approach for it. So I started from day one and would be visiting every 2 days or stuff like that with new feedback so that I wouldn't get tired of it. And by the time it was near submission, I was super happy with it. I had a lot of my producer friends jump on calls with me and work on it and help me fix things and pick up on things that I didn't notice. My friend Dark Cities, he helped me a lot with that. And at the end, I submitted it, and I started noticing that I was getting a lot of visits on the SoundCloud from them, and decided to submit it private, not public. And I was really happy because shortly after they reached out to me and they said I was not to tell anyone, but I was the winner. And that they were gonna come up with a few more winners because they needed to do more. And yeah, so that was fantastic. That was the whole EP. It came out, and and I got so much new fan base, real fan base, and very dedicated people. Uh, a lot of criticism too, but a lot of people that really enjoyed it. And then I liked it so much. I was very happy because the day that it got released, I was in Valencia with my friends, and some of my friends also are fans of Stamped Records, and they were very proud. And we had to listen, and then I got followed by Julian Jordan and Martin Garrix, and I got some messages from them. They were very nice, and I also got followed by the A&R from Stamped, and they sent me the email for music sending. So anytime I want to send music to
Yeah,
them,
it's crazy.
and a lot of cool things happened, and I was super excited. But then after a while, the bubble died down, and I needed new music and new content. So I sent them some music and some of the music I had, and they weren't so keen on it. So they said, just keep sending us some stuff. Let's see what happens. And so but then I saw another opportunity. There was another remix competition, the Dub Vision one, and I thought, well, I might as well just join it too. Dub Vision are really cool too, and I like the song. It's very commercial. So I went ahead and did it again, and and I tried to do the same approach, but at some point I missed the deadline and I forgot that like the deadline was gonna be soon, and I ended up submitting it right on time, but I wasn't fully happy with it. Um, but I did get it signed, and they told me they also liked that one. It was one of their favorites, but it didn't do as well because I feel like the Dub Visions the promotion behind it wasn't as big as the Martin Garrix one.
But
And
you won
but
that
a
one
lot of
also? You
yes,
were the
I won
winner?
the Dub Vision. Yeah.
But it's
And
already out?
yes,
I didn't see
the
it.
Dub Vision. And then a lot of people were upset. They were annoyed because they said, well, you Stamped Records is clearly trying to promote this artist. It's rigged. It's not
Yeah,
fair.
it's like, no, you're big. You cannot participate in the remix competition.
And you're the previous winner. Why are you winning again?
Yeah.
Clearly, Stamped Records is fake, or they're doing things. It was very interesting for me to see that. I got a lot of criticism from that, but it was very good for me because after that, I also got followed by Division, and I got followed by a few people, and was better in the radar, more more deeper known. Seth Hills followed me, and a lot of people like that. It was really fun. Uh, and now there's a new remix competition I'm not going to join because it's less my thing. It's less my vibe. This one's by Kush. He's the Brazilian artist. I'm going to let this one go because I'm also working on an official remix for a big artist. I shouldn't be talking.
Oh,
uh,
you didn't say the name.
I can't say the name. Well, I don't know if I can say the name.
Nah, don't say it.
Uh,
Don't get
but
in
yeah,
trouble.
but it's very exciting because you guys are probably gonna see that remix very soon. I think they're gonna release it very like in November or October or the end of October. So that's gonna be
Nice,
very
nice,
cool.
nice, nice. About the Garrix remix, I felt bad because if I'm not wrong, there were like 6 finalists, but only 5 winners, right?
Yes. So the
And it's
finalists.
like, come on, only one more. At least do that one. That one probably was at his house crying like, come on, I'm finalist and I'm the only one that is not winning. I
It,
felt bad for that
it was
person.
very weird. Because obviously there was only supposed to be one winner. I was meant to be the only winner if you think about it, and they Martin Garrix, Martin, he liked it so much that he said he liked them so much. He said, "Well, we need to do more. Let's do at least 5." They did the 6 finalists, but they were supposed to do one winner. But they said,
Ah,
"We
okay,
like it
okay,
so
okay. Now
much.
I get
Let's at
it.
least release the 5. But we need to
Okay.
have at least one loser."
Okay, okay, okay. I get it now. I get it now.
But yeah, it's sad. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad.
Yeah.
I would have done maybe less winners or more finalists. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
it's a
And
tough one.
one question I have, are you 100% with the music? Like you're living out of this? or you have a job,
Uh,
or
no, I wouldn't say like all my money comes from music. No, right now I'm not seeing a lot of money from music because I'm not playing live. When I play live, you get money because that's the best part of playing live is you get good money per night. But when I was before I started Eleganto, I was focusing on of session producing for other people, and I did that for that period, and I did quite a lot of money. I worked with some big artists as well, like Imagine Dragons. That was really cool. I got a lot of money from that, and to help me build the studio. Um, this building right here, it didn't exist, so I had this built, and then I bought all the stuff for
but
inside.
it's like at the garden of your house, something like this.
Yes, exactly.
That's cool.
So we had this it's like it's my little man cave, and yeah, so it's right now I'm not working on anything else other than music. That means there's less money, but
You have some
I
savings, so
I have some savings, and I do not want to sacrifice time, because right now I have so many people's eyes on my back. I wouldn't want to, for example, be in the middle of a job. I used to work as a bartender once, so I wouldn't want to be serving drinks and thinking Martin Garrix is expecting me to send music or stuff like that.
yeah,
It would be devastating. So
yeah,
I'm currently doing some stuff.
yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
what happened with me. I mean, I don't have a regular job. Everything I earn is from related with music. But the problem is that I don't have that much time to work on my own music, and that's a problem.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
if I work more on my music, I don't get money, and if I don't
yeah,
get money, I have problems. But if I want to
yeah.
get money, I don't have time for the music. So it's like,
Exactly, bro.
uh,
I'm lucky because I have my girlfriend and my family. They're very supportive, and they're there for me. Anything I need, they're there for me. So that's where I'm lucky right now.
that's good.
But yeah, bro,
Uh,
I also like sometimes I'll do mastering for some people and stuff like that. Real quick things that don't take too much time, but will give me a little bit of an income.
yeah.
And obviously, the remix that I'm working on right now is giving me a lot of money because it's a very good artist, and I'm very excited.
There's one guy asking what headphones you're using.
These headphones I don't use them for production. I use them
Okay,
for
they're like
DJ.
gaming.
I use them for DJing,
For
and
DJ.
it's I bought them in Amsterdam really quickly because I didn't have any other headphones. So I went to the store and I bought this one. There's the Sennheiser's 800 Pro 800, I think, or just 800. Oh no, wait, 300, I think. Yeah, HD 300, and they're cool because you can barely hear when you have them on. You can barely hear the sound around you. So that was perfect for the club, for when you're DJing,
Yeah,
so you
I
can
have the
hear the music.
normal, the normal Sennheiser,
For
the
production, I
25.
have the for production, I have the AKGs. Wait, let me pull them out. I have the AKGs K702. Those ones are the ones I use for production. I don't think they have very good bass, but they're open back. It's very good to have open back
But
headphones for
do you mainly use
production.
monitors, I guess, right?
I mainly
Speakers.
use my monitors in my room.
Which ones
Have
are
it.
they?
I have the Yamaha HS50.
Okay.
So it's they're quite good, and I have a subwoofer so that I hear the bass because they don't have much bass because they're small. I want to eventually get like the Genelec, the big Genelecs, but obviously I have to save up for that.
Yeah. Right now, for example, I have the Rocket 5.
Yeah,
I don't think
the
they're
5
bad.
inch.
They
They're not
they
bad.
good. They're standard. Yeah. The thing is that I have an Adam T8V that they sound really good. But the problem is that the problem I have on my studio, well, this is my bedroom basically, is that this desk is kind of attached to the wall that is right here. Okay,
Yeah,
so I kind of move it backwards. So if I put right here the Adam, they basically are from the desk until here. They are so big, and I cannot put like some foam or something for the vibration.
Nothing.
So if I put it, they would be way too high. So I cannot really put them here. That's a problem. But I would love to, because they sound so good and they have way more bass, and so
I think you will 100% get the opportunity in the future, but yeah, right now it's probably not the
yeah.
best.
My idea is
Uh,
when I move to another house, and I build a proper studio in one room, to have
exactly.
both. My idea is to have both, like the Kerekai and the other one, so this way I
So
can
in my
test.
studio, I had these panels. I bought the small ones and I had them everywhere. And when I started the studio, I realized they were not enough. So we had some spare material from the actual building that we just said, well, we have some uh, rock wool left for the walls, but we could use it for the panels. So we made these two panels here by hand, and we bought the frames, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I made those myself also with Ragu.
it was super great because they work just as good and as the ones I paid for, and they were so cheap to make and so much bigger. I could make them as big as I want.
Yeah, these ones they made myself. They have two pieces of Ragu, I think 10 centimeters, but as I kind of made them tight, it's like maybe 6-7 centimeters. And one of these probably cost me like 10-15 euros. One of these,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's quite thick. And it's like the same thing on internet, probably is like 80 euros, or
yeah, yeah,
something
yeah.
like this. Like, okay, if
Exactly,
you made them yourself, it's way, way, way cheaper.
exactly.
Hmm.
And I'm planning to have these two be in the front wall, and then here I'm gonna have like pieces of wood
Diffuser,
cut in different shapes,
diffusers.
but like the whole wall. I want the
Okay.
whole wall to be a giant like diffuser slash
And
absorber.
do you measure your acoustics with something?
No, I don't. I'm just making sure that there's no blank spots without treating, because obviously there's gonna be reflection there.
Yeah. What
But
they have?
yeah, I have. I mean,
What
it's
the,
just, yeah. There's many systems, but I I don't want to overthink it either. At the end of the day, it's like headphones. They're never gonna be perfect, but if you get to know them, you're good.
Yeah, what they have, because when I have this, I kind of have a bit of boost and reductions, So I got SonarWorks, and that
Yeah, yeah,
thing
yeah.
measures your room and so, and I can see them. For example, on 100 hertz, more kind of 100 hertz, 150, I have 8 bs or 8 dBs of boost, and
Yeah.
that's a lot. But then with SonarWorks, everything is flat and it's way easier to mix, and you hear everything way better.
I had SonarWorks here in the studio for a while, but I didn't like it. I wasn't
No.
happy with the way it made everything sound. I think it's because I've been using my speakers for so long, my monitors, for so long, that I know them better than than than
Yeah,
I than I yeah. I
in the
know
end,
them
the
very
thing is
well.
that you know your equipment. It doesn't matter if you have the best
Exactly.
studio, the best speaker. No, matter that you know your equipment and
So
just know.
when I was with the Sonarworks on, I was making mix decisions that were trying to make it sound like without Sonarworks. So and then it ruined the mix. So I realized I should just have the Sonarworks off and just mix as I always have, and as long as the room is absorbed so it doesn't bounce around and everything. I have a window here. I have big windows here, like they're giant doors but I have them. I have a big curtain, very thick curtain that closes whenever I need to
Oh, that's good.
mix or record,
Hmm.
and it's cool. Yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy with this year. Has been very good for me. That
Hmm.
turn, in
I
that
guess we
sense.
can maybe start now, and let me tell the people to send the song, and maybe we can do a bit of feedback.
Brother, could I ask you,
Yeah, sure.
are we having this live stream for replay?
Yeah, I
Okay,
mean,
cool.
when it finishes, it just automatically stays on YouTube.
Okay, cool.
Why?
Perfect. No, I was just asking.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Because if it's gonna be saved for replay, I have to keep some stuff secret. Otherwise, I would have told you guys a few things.
Okay.
But yeah, sorry about that.
Okay, guys, so you can start sending to the mail I just posted in the chat, so we can listen to your music and give you some feedback. But before that, every time somebody comes to the live stream, I ask the same question. It's the last question, and is, what tip would you give to upcoming producers?
I would say my tip for upcoming producers is don't use the same tools that everybody else uses. Find your own unique tools, and that's the only way that you will ever sound unique. It's like someone that builds, that does construction or handcrafts. If they're using the same things and the same stuff as the other people, they'll never be able to come up with something unique. You have to try different materials, try different things, have fun, play around, and do something unique. And that's the only way, man. I'm constantly trying to find secret plugins that I can keep and that I can use and that are different, that make weird sounds. And because I avoid serum, I avoid, because otherwise you'll always sound like people, like other people. Each one of these synths has like their distinct sound. So guys, like, find your unique sound, but bear in mind that the tools you're using, the samples you're using, the presets you're using, that's making an effect to your sound. So try and be as picky as possible with that.
That's nice. That's nice. A good one. Okay, so I'm gonna try to share with you the screen so you can listen well. Okay. I think people saw things on YouTube they shouldn't see. Do you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Okay, and well, for the feedback, what I always do is I just do like in order or random selections, but if somebody does a donation, I prioritize that feedback because they kind of support, so that's
Yeah.
I try to do those first. So we're
Perfect.
gonna start with this one. That was the first donation. Okay. And well, as I told you before, if at any moment you have to leave or something, you just tell me, and then I will continue myself. Okay.
No worries. Perfect.
So well, okay, I'm sharing the screen. I guess everything is fine.
How long do we have left anyway? So I just have
maybe like 1 hour, a bit less than an hour, something like this.
Okay, cool.
It's
That
good.
sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. So let me see the chat, our faces, and the screen. The screen is nice. Yeah. Oh, there's like a little glitch. On the screen. Wow, never mind. There's like a little glitch on the screen, but never mind. Guys, if you see a little glitch, I'm sorry. Okay, let's start with the first one. Thank you so much to all the people that has donated. Okay, I will try to also listen to no donations. Don't worry, guys. First, let me know if you hear the screen.
I do.
Okay, nice. So let's start with this.
And we just can't deny our hearts still beating time. We're both still synchronized. Whoa, yeah. And we can't live a lie. In between you and I, there's always love we hide. But it's always been you. It's been a while since I've seen your face. How you been? I've been. I've really missed this place.
Nice.
Just so you know you haven't been replaced. Cause I still think of you now like nothing has changed.
Oh, nice. I love the lyrics as well. Very
So
nice.
cool. That's
Wow.
so cool. What do you have to say about this one?
I I love it. I love it. But I'd say this the synths on the drop. That they are very big room. You know. So
Hmm.
I think have a bit of a play around, try and make them more unique so they sound different. You know, if they sound a little different, they might be easier to sign and just have that for labels. They want something unique. You know. So I try and make it sound like more interesting, more maybe more modern sound like nowadays big room is not that much of a big thing as it used to be. So I think maybe reduce that the sonics of it and make it more a little bit more minimal. And the drums, I say the drums and the synths could be the melody's great, but like play around to make it more 2023, 2022 um than now. But the build up, the verse was fantastic, superb.
Yeah,
I
the
love it.
vibes are so good.
Yeah. I
I
don't know
do
if they're
think
original vocals, but if they're original, I really like them.
I don't know if they're original. The promise is on the breakdown the vocals feel like really over compressed or like really pushed down. Like they don't have a space to breathe. Like maybe it needs some improvement on the mixing to give a space to the vocals because in some parts it's like
It's the space. Just so you know you haven't been replaced. 'Cause I still think of you now.
it's like for me it's a bit like they push a bit much to the background and like feel a bit too compressed for me.
Maybe yeah, the EQing it, the
Hmm.
mids take it so they come out a little bit more.
Yeah, it needs a bit more mids and maybe also a bit more volume so it comes a bit closer and so because and have a bit more presence in the mix. Otherwise, the idea is so nice and it's so cool.
But I'm assuming that this is not the final version, so
Yeah, because not even finished the song.
so go for it.
Yeah, but it can help the feedback, you know.
Definitely.
Okay, let's go for the next one. And guys, I'm gonna try to go first with donations because there are so many today. So I kind of get rid of those and then start with no donations. Okay. I think I didn't miss any. Thank you so much, by the way, to all people donating. Eleganto, I will invite you a beer on Amsterdam for this.
Yes.
Okay, let's go with the next one. Can I start with the feedback on this one?
Go for it.
Okay, I think it sounds quite different, at least for me, that I don't really listen to this kind of music. But I kind of see two problems. The first one is that the main bass sound is only on the sides and I miss some strength in the center. It's like there's not that much strength in the center. And also, I think it's a bit repetitive. The melody is like tun, 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 tun. I mean, I would try, like, for example, in trap music, when they play with the 808s, sometimes the 808 is like boom, boom, and then boop, 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 boop. They go higher. So maybe I would try to do something like this, like going higher to create a bit more melody and with higher notes in some parts. Of course, not all the time, but in some parts just to add a bit of variation. Apart from this, I think it's good, has good vibes, strength, and so.
Yeah, I'd say that the reason why there's not much strength on the center is because there's not a real sub. It's just like you're using that bass sound, but there's lacking like a separate sub. That sub should be in the center, filling in those frequencies. So I'd say definitely add a sub because I was missing that bass. I wasn't feeling the bass, but I was feeling like the power. And yeah, I definitely agree. It needs a little bit more variation, play around. I think it's good to have a hook, something that's catchy. So bum bam bam bada bam 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 bam. But then also have some variations sometimes, bam 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 bam, or something. You know, just like play around.
Yeah,
Obviously,
exactly.
but yeah, some like a conclusion to to this pattern.
Yeah, don't not all the time the same. Like maybe in the 8 bar you can change it a little bit, something like this too.
But I love the evilness and the
Hmm.
grittiness. Keep going.
There's one guy that donated, thank you so much by the way, and says, soy un oyente de Eleganto, eres grande hermano.
Yay!
For you.
Tú eres grande, bro.
Okay,
That's
let's
sick.
continue. Let's go straight and quick to all the submissions because there are so many.
It's been so long since I've seen your face. How long can I wait for your embrace? I know that you love me, I know that you care, but the fate of standing there makes me hear the angels sing from far away. And it sounds like I can hear the angels singing. Tell me now where you've been leaving. I can hear the angels singing. Tell me now where you've been leaving.
Okay, what do you have to say?
I'd say the kick. Well, the drums are very weak, man. But the overall idea is very beautiful. I was expecting a bigger power on the drop, and the energy kind of
Me
went a
too.
little bit down. Very relaxing, very chill, kind of Kaigo vibes. But I say that either the synth is too loud or the drums are too quiet. But like, there's a lack of balance there because I'm hearing the synths very loud, but the drums are like hidden in a corner.
Yeah.
I want the drums to smack me and tell me, "Yo, this is the big drum." So work on that to make it more impactful and like, you know,
Yeah,
a
it's
big
happened.
appearance.
I mean, I thought the same thing that the drop when it comes, it doesn't have the strength you expect. Probably because of what you say, or the synths are too loud, or the kick are the drums are too quiet. Also, I think maybe the clap is not the best one. Kind of, I expected a tighter one or stronger one. Like
Yeah,
maybe I think it's a bit delayed. Like it's a pre-shifted clap, but it's not pre-shifted. Actually, it's like I don't know, playing it on the beat or something because it's not like tied with the kick. And then I think the idea is so good, it's beautiful. Maybe the vocal needs a bit some more strength. Well, no, it's good. It's good. But for example, this break kick has the punch, but then this one doesn't have that much punch. I mean,
Yeah.
actually,
You
the
need
break
to-
kick has more.
separate it, make it louder, more powerful, compress it. Also, another thing, I think the sound design on the drop could be better because it's just like it sounds like a little piano chill. I mean, maybe that's your style, but I would go for maybe progressive. Like have a little synth that like opens the filter or
Yeah,
things
opening.
like that. So so it kind of like keeps you engaged. And it sounds more like unique. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
different.
the thing of getting a sound and opening and maybe closing, and so that gives a lot of movement to the song. That also helps a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's go
But
maybe
love
to the
it,
next one.
love it. Got me
Yeah,
vibing.
the idea was so
Good
good,
track.
like really beautiful. but needs like the extra work on it. All right, let's see the next one. Completely different thing.
Hey, hey, your body's so dramatic. I can't see it. It's making me feel something so damn good. Why don't you come over? I want you. I can't let you go out of my head and my mind. Heart is aching, you're my medication. Take my hand, follow me to places we've never been. 'Cause morning to evening, you got me tripping on you. Touch me, tease me, leave me for more. I can't deny this feeling. Give me your all tonight, oh baby, I'm down yet. I wanna taste of your love. Don't think about this ex. Can't let you go out of my head and my. Touch me, tease me, leave me for more. I can't deny
Okay.
this.
I'm gonna start with this one. I like the idea. I mean, it's completely different of what we are listening, but I like it. Really kind of radio thing. It's nice, but I see two problems. First is I'm gonna talk in electronic music terms, like the breakdown and drop. Okay, on the break here,
Come over,
I think there are too much highs, like the balance of the highs, mids, and so I think too much highs. And then here, I was expecting the bass, like waiting for it, but then when this bass comes, it doesn't have that much strength.
I can't.
I need a lot more strength. And then,
Yeah,
of course,
I agree.
on the drop, there's a lot of strength on the bass.
All tonight, oh baby.
But I think here the vocal is way too loud. Like it's not really like glued to the song. Like it's really loud. Maybe the reverb also could be a little bit better to make it fit better with the song. You know, but these are the only two things I would say.
I feel like the kick on the drop, it's kind of like lacking also that bass. I feel like the track overall lacks that sub, sub frequencies, and then the highs need to like be less harsh. Maybe try using soothe to reduce some of the harshness on some of the tracks and some of the stuff. But there was a point like right after this. Can you press play? Is like the second part of the drop.
Down yet.
Right after.
I wanna taste of your love.
Yeah, I thought we would get like more synths, like wow, like a real
yeah, like-
climactic moment, and it just feels empty. Like you've been leading to this moment, make it bigger for us to like really jam on like ba ba ba, like shit. You know what I mean? Like kind of
Yeah, that could
make
work.
it, and you can make it bigger for the people to like whoa, yeah,
Yeah,
you know
like
what I mean?
changing more, because right now it's like the same instrumental all the time basically, and just changing a little bit the voice and doing
Yeah.
some vocal chops. But yeah, some part where you add more instruments to make more epic feeling, that could work so well.
Exactly.
Actually, do you use Sooth normally?
I love Soothe.
It's so good. So
good.
good.
I only got it this year. But yeah,
The one or
finally got it.
the two?
The two.
That's so nice. I mean, I have it since I think 2020 or 2019 even,
I split it with a friend.
and it's so nice. I mean, when I especially use it for vocals, in some songs that people send me for mastering, I also use it because I cannot really access the song, the mixing, only the mastering. So I use it for some resonance, but especially for vocals, and it's like when you have a resonance, you put it,
It's amazing.
and automatically sounds good. And it's like, what
And
the fuck?
I also love to like at the mastering stage, at the last stage, I will send the kick to dip the sub, so you'll like you carve the kick frequencies out of the sub, so it'll clean up the mix a lot. It's fantastic
But
for
you
getting
use
it
it
extra loud.
when you're mastering, you use it on the master chain or you use it on the kick mixer.
No, I master, like when I'm mastering, I'll send on the individual channel for the bass. I'll put the soothe side chaining to my kick, so my kick
okay.
signal will trigger a carving, will carve out the frequencies into the bass.
Yeah,
So
okay. But
you'll hear that kick powerful, but still got the bass. Really
yeah,
nice.
but I also had one thought on that, because yeah, of course, you reduce on the kick frequencies, you reduce on the bass the kick frequencies, so you give more space to the kick. Okay, that has sense. But you already have the sidechain, so the kick and the
Yeah,
bass are not really touching.
I keep the side chain, but just a little extra. I don't do the full amount. I just have a little bit of the amount because it helps reach louder for the limiter. For the limiter is already struggling with so much stuff. It just helps to dip that volume a little bit. It just really helps
Okay, we'll
because
try. We'll try.
it's EQing. It's not volume, so it means you can still perceive them both. But while sidechaining reduces the volume, the Sooth is just like carving out the frequencies while they're both loud, you know?
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
can help.
Sometimes what they do when I master, but just on the master chain on the entire song, on the bass, what they do is a dynamic EQ on those frequencies. Maybe
Yeah.
if sometimes when you put it to the limiter, you realize maybe the punch of the kick is way too loud, so it's distorting easy. And so I put a small dynamic EQ, maybe half dB, 1 dB. So this way, when the kick plays, that frequency is reduced a little bit to give a bit more space to the limiter.
Yeah, it's dangerous, but yeah, if with carefully you can do it, but sometimes you can lose the punch.
Yeah, of course, of course.
When this mix is trying to punch, you're punching it back with the dynamic EQ, which is it loses power. So I try to
Yeah, of course.
just keep everything as punchy as possible. But yeah.
Let's go with the next one.
Falling deep, and it's obvious it's not like me to fall like this. I've gone weak, and it's just one kiss, and you know it's over now. Yeah, you know it's over now. Baby, just take me home and make me your own. When you say my name like
I want to see second drop. Okay, the same thing. Maybe this is what you were talking about with the first one, that actually
was
the
about to
synth
say
from
that.
the first one and this one are kind of the same.
Yeah, that's the thing. It sounds. I'd say the same feedback that I gave to the first one is given to this one. Is basically, the drums and the synths need to be more new, more up to date, more less 2016, more 2023, 2024. Think of something new, so that it doesn't sound as a big room, but more like the new wave. You know, kind of like play around with synths. You know, technology is. Synths are like evolving all the time, so we need to make it uniquer, more weird. It sounds like Martin Garrix, but I think you don't want to sound like Martin Garrix ideally, because then people will say, "Oh, he's just trying to copy Martin Garrix." So just sound like a little bit different. Do the twist. Everything else was sick. I love it. Oh, except at the beginning. At the very beginning, there were some drums that were like.
falling deep, and it's obvious
The ones after that.
it's not like me to fall.
The ones after that. The ones after that.
After that, but
And you know
this one.
yeah, you know it's over.
that confused me a lot. Be- because at the beginning of the song we had doom clap, doom clap, doom clap, and then you bring bum ba bam ba bam ba and then you go back doom clap. It's like it threw me off at one moment. I didn't know how to move. So if it was in a dance floor, people would be like, oh, they would stop dancing, you know. So it's important to keep the energy, keep the movement, and keep the groove, the initial groove, as much as possible.
I think the idea is so nice, and the mixing is quite good. Just this, like the synth. I mean, the problem is that when you do a genre, you usually try to sound as that genre. But yeah, maybe a bit different. But anyway, my opinion, the synth are really good, sound quite nice. I
The
just think, for example, the snaps.
production's amazing, yeah.
The snaps, for example, I think they are a bit quiet, and these drums that you were talking are too loud. Apart from this, I think it's a really good song, really good vibe. I love the melody. I
Yeah,
love the vibe of the
definitely,
melody. I think it's quite good. But
definitely.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say a lot to improve on this one. It's basically done. Maybe this the change
Yeah,
the synth if the person wants to.
if you want to sound more new, more original, feel free to do that. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, well, Theth, whatever how to pronounce, I don't know. What you can do is maybe like save this project as a new one, and on the new one try to change the synth. I mean, you don't need to change the entire song, but just the synth. Try a lot of different things, and then
Exactly.
compare, and then choose the one you prefer.
Yeah, try sound unique. Try sound like yourself and not like others.
Okay, let's continue.
Out for the night, so we're getting high, taking flight, take another shot, touch the sky, and we just getting started, we just getting started. Leave the bar at 2 a.m. No, the fun don't stop when the party ends. Leave the bar at 2 a.m. No, the fun don't stop, no. We just getting started. Yeah. We just getting started. We just getting started. We just getting started. We're going out. Just this far at 2 a.m. We just getting started. We just getting started.
All right,
We just getting
what do you have to say?
Yeah, I love it. It's actually a bit out of my zone because I think it's so relaxed, and my music usually aims to be more powerful. But I think in if I was to give some feedback, like general feedback, I'd say like in the vocal, the one that's going, it clashes with the other one sometimes. So try have it so it's like a call and response. So have it like we just getting started, and then shut it. Getting started. They're not playing at the same time, because if you think about it, they're the same frequencies and they're fighting for space. That would be my feedback. Also, like try and strengthen everything. In my opinion, I'd like more power, but if you can find a way to do that, maybe like giving more power to the drums and to the synths and stuff. But like, it's really cool. Very chill, very relaxing song. I like it. Really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
the vocal thing. I mean, it's like, for example, when you're DJing, I think is an error when you try to mix two songs that have vocals and both vocals are playing. That sometimes I listen some DJs doing this, and it's like, I don't know to what vocal pay attention. You need to have
Exactly.
one vocal and then another one, and then maybe come back, but not two at the same time. But on this one, I do have some feedback that I want to say. For example, here, well, first, both breaks are the same or almost the same, so I would try
Yeah.
to change them a little bit. But then, for example, I feel like the volumes are not like right. For example, what I would try to do is boost a bit more the synth, reduce a bit the kick, so it's like everything's a bit more glued. But especially like the entire break with the drop is like this part is way louder than this. That's what I feel. Maybe because it's not mastered or so, but when you master, try to balance this. But then the last thing is like the song we listened before. It's like this is a short drop, and here is the same thing. So in the second part, I expected like more strings or more synth or so to make it open, brighter, more energy and so. But it goes the opposite way. Like closing. I wouldn't do it this way because this feels more like the outro of the song instead of the second part of the drop. I would maybe do this part more energetic than the previous one, so this way also changes from the first drop. And then maybe this like the beginning of the outro, but not like the drop, that's what I would do. Apart from this, I think the idea is good. Some
I agree.
good feelings for being at the beach or so. It's nice.
It's a nice song, yeah.
Okay. We're almost ending the donations.
You've got a beautiful body. You've got beautiful hair. I want to make you my hobby. If you really care. So you're walking towards me. You look so fine. Knew I needed you close to me. Knew you were gonna be mine. Got you tonight. Close to me. I walked you home. Told you I was gonna be calling on your phone. Yeah. Close to me. Yeah.
Okay, I want to start with this. It's obvious that as the person here said, I'm a beginner producer. I mean, it's obvious that you're a beginner producer. You still need to work a lot more on music production to improve because, I mean, there are a lot of problems, but it's normal when you start. Like, for example, some auto-tuning on the vocal, the melody. I don't know if 100% on key or out of key, or if it's just super dissonant but in key. I mean, it doesn't sound good in my opinion compared to the chords and so. And then like the mixing is kind of so dirty and so, but I mean it's normal when you start, right?
Yeah.
Anything to say? Like
Yeah, I
something
think
specific or so.
it is unfortunately off key on some parts. Like you can tell, like maybe I wouldn't say like it's a different key. I'd say it's just the scale of that key. So you try and figure out what scale you're in, whether it's a normal, a minor, a normal minor, natural minor, or is it it's important to know so that you position the notes in the right place, and
Yeah.
if you can just get help from get assistance from someone that understands music theory very well and like kind of understands that, and they will tell you straight away how to fix it, because you could save the song like that just by like having someone hop on and say, hey, put this here, this here, this here, and then it makes a lot more sense. And then of course in the terms of production, ignoring the key elements, I'd say that what you could improve is that your choice of drums could be better. I think the kick was a bit muffled. The mix overall felt like it reached too much, so it like the compressor or the master couldn't handle it anymore. So try and like find ways to clean up the mix, make sounds tighter, avoid putting too many reverbs at once because reverbs can take a lot of space. So just have a very short reverb, very short transients, so that everything glues together better. But I think the fact that you're doing this is very brave, and I love how good it's sounding. Well, it's sounding very like the energy is there, but like it's you need to work on a few things. Definitely have patience and keep going, man.
Yeah, I mean, what I always recommend is when people is at this point is one thing is that watch tutorials, but practice those tutorials. Okay, don't just watch 20 hours of tutorials and don't do anything. No, watch them and then practice. But then always have reference songs. Do you use them? Like having a song on your project, so is where you can compare on the mixing and know what things sound good, what is bad, and so.
Do I use them? Yes, I use them all the time.
I mean,
man.
it's the best thing. When I started doing that is when my mixing started to improve a lot.
I
Because
use them for the mastering stage and for the mixing stage sometimes.
I use it for everything. I mean, I have it like when I have an idea, I try to look some kind of similar songs to have them. Maybe sometimes help a bit on getting ideas like, okay, I have this whole song, but I need to add some movement or so. Okay, let's
Exactly,
listen
yeah.
to this song. The song is doing this. Maybe I can do it this kind of thing, but this another way or so. Then on the
Yeah.
mixing, so it's where I know how it should
I-
sound, and then
I
on the
think,
mastering also.
yeah, for you as a for Jimmy, the best thing is, do that, because when you're starting up, you don't want to. Your aim is not to sound unique. Your aim is to sound right, and to get the fundamentals correct. So
Yes.
for more advanced producers, I say try and find a way to sound more unique. To you, I'd say like fully learn from everyone, copy what they're doing, and polish the sound until you know how to do things perfect, and then you can do something unique and make it sound super original.
Yeah, it's like you need to know how to do things, then how to sound good, then how to sound more unique, and from there, like improving to make like the details you need to master.
Once you learn the craft, perfect the craft, you can innovate.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, next one.
Don't
What can you say on this one?
I think you should reference Gypsy by Moxie. I think that the vocal reminds me of that kind of vibe of like, you just reference the melodic songs from Moxie, and that could give you an idea of where you should take it. But essentially, I feel like it's lacking a bit of power on the drums, especially the drums and the synths, and the vocals cool, but on the breaks you could have better chords and things to just make it a bit more unique. So definitely listen to Mox because they're a great inspiration. They're always pushing the boundaries of what unique means in house music. So yeah, that's my advice.
I
Great
think
song, though.
especially the vocal is like, of course, I get the point of having a reverb vocal, like a lot of reverb, but I think this one feels too much in the background, like way too much. I know wants to be in the back, but it's a bit way too much. Apart from this, I think the bassline sound is a bit like basic, like I don't know, like it's not. I expect a bit more crunchy sound. This one is a bit kind of soft, I could say. I know, like a bit basic. And then also one last thing is that here, wait, there's a dun 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 dun. This new melody you add here is good, but I think the synth using here is super like beginner synth, like super cheap, I don't really like it. And the last thing is that here, this is like the drop, but without being the drop, and then creates like a part, build up, and then comes the drop. So I don't know, maybe I would do something extra here, that add more new things here to make it a bit, to separate it from the drop and don't feel like a drop, because this part feels like drop but without energy. The rest is really good. I like the vibe. So well done.
Totally agree with you. Very, very good feedback, man.
Okay, so let's take the last donation. Let's see how this one sounds. The artwork is nice.
You wanna dance with this? Wanna dance with this? You wanna dance with this? Wanna dance with this? You wanna dance with this? Wanna dance with this? You wanna dance with this? 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 All my people in the club wanna dance with this.
This part feels very empty.
Yeah, I was thinking the
You
same.
wanna dance with this? Wanna dance with this? You wanna dance with this? Wanna dance with this? With this? Wanna dance with this? Wanna
You
dance
have
with
the
this?
drone.
Wanna dance with this? Wanna dance with this?
Also, this part is super empty.
Super.
I guess wants to create something like in techno, that usually in techno or also some tech house songs have a part of only the voice, but it's so risky. You maybe cover a bit more the back.
And the problem is, I think the vocal is not very good quality for that.
All my people in the club wanna dance with this.
Okay, the idea is good. The idea is good. Maybe here, yeah, sounds so empty, all this part. And here, maybe the drop would directly come with all the drums. because you are kind of creating a lot of tension here with a kind of empty part, and then when drop comes you want like all the energy that you didn't have before, so you need all these kind of drums. But then if you come back again with this, you don't have the energy. Maybe like, well, you can do this
All
like,
my people in the club wanna dance with it.
and here come with it to touch, you know, something like this. So it's where you create the energy. Apart from this, I think it's a bit mono. Like all the synths are in the center. Just one synth, this one that is maybe a little bit wide for me, but the rest feels really mono, really in the center. I miss some width in the song. You have anything to say?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. But I also think there's a point in the song where it goes like ba 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 bum 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 bum, and it keeps going bum 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 bum. And I feel like you could have done something to make it not feel as repetitive there. So it could be bum 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 ba. You know, like something to make it different, and so it doesn't feel like it's just on a loop at that point.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So just yeah, overall this track needs work. Give it some love in the studio, and I think it could be there. But like the mix is good. I think the mix is decent. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's good.
especially it needs more work on the break. Like the
Yeah.
break is really empty.
If you're gonna have the vocal by itself as well, make sure the vocal is really good, because
Yeah,
if
he
it sounds
said
like
on the chat that he recorded with the phone.
if it sounds that like low quality, then you're just exposing a problem.
Yeah. So man, well, we finished with the donations. If you want, maybe I can continue just by myself. Don't want to take more time from you. Okay, I'm gonna continue maybe listening to some more songs. I don't know, 5, 6, 7 more songs. But if you want, you can just go do your own thing. Maybe work on music on that remix that you're working or so.
I think I finished the remix, but like yeah, I should work on some music. But like I'm down to do a few more.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a few
Okay.
more. How many more we got?
I'm not gonna listen to the 37.
One per
course.
minute. Let's go.
It's impossible. I mean, for example, last week I left, I think 65 mails or something like this, unread mails. I mean, it's not possible. Even if I spend here, because when I try to finish the 37, while I'm finishing them, more people is sending.
More
so in the end,
coming up. Yeah, it's amazing.
okay, I'm just gonna do random, like something like this one. Okay. Oh, people didn't see it, but it was random. Okay, what do you have to say?
I think the boom 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 dun, dun, so the boom 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 boom, I think it's too low, too dark, too gritty, too too FM serum. I
Too
think you
much
should
like
change.
dubstep sound, maybe.
Yeah, too dubstepy. Try a different sound for that part, because I like it when you have it on the higher part. Dun, dun, boom boom. I like it there, but on the first parts, I feel like it's too it doesn't have like the tightness of house music. House music needs to be tighter, but the rest is sick. I think it's got quite a bit of energy. Maybe you could have
Yeah.
played more with like swingy hats, like it could have dropped a bit harder, but yeah, it's sick. It's sick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a better feedback to say, but I mean, just I felt like but I guess it's not finished yet, the song. But like the mixing was a bit dirty in some parts. Like the sounds, for me, it's not that clear. Of course, these kind of genres are more kind of dirty than the ones I make, but I felt like some parts, I don't know, in drop, like, I don't know, as I said, if you said maybe the things need to be a bit tighter or so to make it sound a little bit cleaner or so, but that's just personal taste, not that it sounds bad. It's just like, I prefer more kind of clean things. The idea was good.
Sick.
Okay, let's
Sick,
try
sick.
another one, like random. This one.
Oh wow.
I like this part, but it needs like more strength. I think a problem on this song is that you hear the same melody over and over and over and over and over. The entire song is exactly the same melody all the time. You don't have other things that make you lose attention on the melody, like maybe a vocal or another part. Or it's all the time you focus on the melody because it's basically the only thing you have, and like you get repetitive, like all the time. And also like here, this start is like really not energetic, like really basic. This and then this until it gets to the drop. You know, like I think it needs to focus more on the arrangement. Of course, also some things on the mixing, but especially in the arrangement.
True. I agree.
Okay, let's check another
agree.
one.
There was a point when it dropped that that I felt like it was just the pre-drop.
Yeah, like
So
build-up is coming later, right?
Yeah, it felt
Yeah, I
like
also
it
expected
was
that.
gonna drop.
Like when the first drop, I expected later like a build-up and then the full drop,
Big
but
drop.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also thought the same.
It sounded like the moment people clap their hands.
Yeah, feels a bit like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna maybe delete all the ones I already checked. Yeah. Okay, so just random like this. This one. Okay.
Every day I keep crawling on, searching for the place that I belong. All my fears are long gone, they have fallen like a Babylon. Whatever I do, I don't have a clue how it will turn out in the long run. 'Cause I'm like a rolling stone, just trying to have some fun. Whenever I can, 'cause life is more than a backup plan. I feel so free, 'cause this life is not a backup plan for you and me. This life is not a
really like this song. I really like this song. I think the drop sounds so good, so good, so good. And I take this one because I expected some changes, and yeah, the bass changes going up. It makes it so nice, and also has a hoover on the back like, "Wah," but I think it's way too quiet. Apart from that, I think it's really good. Just maybe the vocal needs a bit some more strength, but the parts of the guys screaming like, "Ah," those parts are so good, like give a lot of energy. Like the pricing of the vocal, maybe a bit more reverb, maybe a bit tighter, a bit more body in the vocal, something like this.
This song has a lot of potential. Yeah, I really like it, but I don't think it's there yet. For sure, you need to work on it a little more, and the vocal could be more perfect. You know, this if you're gonna make an anthem vocal, it's gotta be like pretty perfect. So just either change the vocalist or make the vocal a bit more tight and like everything really good. At the beginning, it reminded me of a bit of Gold Skies by Martin Garrix. But now at the end it started to feel very like more original. Maybe make the track a bit more compact by like having less verses and more catchy parts. So just one catchy part is more important than like telling a whole story on verses and like different lyrics. And then like the drop, you could try and get it to sound a bit more different, more unique, even though it's so good right now. But if you could make it somehow sound different, like it's a twist on Big Room, like the modern twist on Big Room, then it could be quite cool. But yeah,
I want to know if the guy Omiru, if the vocal is original, if maybe I guess it's original because
it sounds original to me.
Yeah, or maybe it's from Vocalfy or websites like this.
Yeah.
Like you pay for the vocal is already made and you pay for it just. And also I remember now the build-ups. I feel like they are a bit empty and don't have that much energy here. I will try to maybe add a bit more, the snares a bit louder, maybe a sub bass rising or something like this to make it feel a bit fuller, or maybe the entire melody all the time. I don't know. You see, it's from Looperman, so yeah, it's kind of a sample. Like a splice or something like this. But it's so good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I agree.
Okay, you want to do 2 more?
I think so. Let's do it.
All right. So 2 more, completely random. Okay, look, I'm gonna close my eyes. This one. I guess it's not finished, but what can you say on this one?
I think the kick and bass needs so much more power, man. Like, just change the kick and get a harder, like more chuggy bass that it chugs, because it feels like the power is there, but like in the synth is good, but like you need to get the low end really good, like really tight. That's the secret of this type of genres. To get
I think
really,
like
chuggy.
Like I like the idea of dun 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 dun, then the other sound tuk 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 tuk, but like the sounds are not there yet. Like don't feel that strong or as it should. Like I don't know. It feels a bit basic. You know, the main synth. These ones are really thin, like they don't really have body. They're just probably one layer with a lot of distortion and nothing else. So we try to make this one sound a bit warmer, a bit stronger, fuller, and so to make it feel a bit better, because right now feels a bit basic, or like not finished. Probably it's not finished. And also the break and so build up. Well, I guess this is the intro, but then the build up is a bit basic also for me, a bit empty. Apart from this, I think the idea is good.
on it. I agree.
Okay, let's check the last one, guys.
Maybe we should try This is a guy that keeps asking on the chat. Ale XD.
Yeah. Oh, just because he's saying, because I usually I don't check the ones that beg for checking. But okay.
Let's do the last one.
Just because you say it. I think the idea is so nice and strong and so, but like the mixing is not there yet. Like the drop is super noisy. Like the synths are super full of noise. You know, like something like this. So I miss some clarity on the song.
I agree, but like I feel like the build-ups are not like the verse and build-ups are not good. Like the melody of the bass, no, I don't like it. I maybe need some chords or something to make it more exciting. So the verse and build-ups need more work, more emotion to it. And then I don't like the melody on the first drop, but I like the drop on the second drop. Kind of like hits harder, bam 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 bam, and then the Joyride response is cool, but maybe make it less Joyride so that it sounds more original. Because nowadays the Joyride it's very overdone. So but it sounds cool. Like just keep working on it, man. I think just take a break and then listen to it again with fresh ears and like try and make it. Your aim should be to sound more original always. That's it. The best.
It's
thing
difficult.
To do.
It's difficult to sound original always.
It's difficult, obviously, but like ideally, so it's not so blatantly Joyride.
Yeah.
But yeah, bro, I love it. I love the energy though. The energy is there. The energy is there.
Wait a sec. Do you want to do something like we toss a coin, and if it's one, we do another one. If not, we don't do it.
Yeah, sure. Or maybe we can toss the coin if it's one person, one, or is it one is the other person.
No, because there's a lot of people here, but Like if it's this beautiful woman, we check another song. If not, we finish here the live stream. Okay? Okay.
Perfect.
Good luck, guys. Okay, so let's check another one. The
Let's
last
go.
one, come on. The last one. Not don't back on the chat, please. Just completely random.
Oh yeah.
Whoop, this
Wait,
one.
random one.
No, sorry, I don't check submission like this. Tell them, Eleganto, you never should attach a song, right?
Yeah.
Always links.
It
I mean,
clutters,
actually,
man.
in the chat, I put send one link to this email, and people send the chat song. And it's like, come on,
Yeah.
another
I
one.
know.
Come on.
Dropbox
This.
or
Okay.
SoundCloud is the best way.
Yeah. Lately, I'm using more Dropbox. I don't know why. Actually, I should use SoundCloud because at least I know
The
if the person
quality.
listen. Because on Dropbox, you don't know that.
If you could just get that feature in Dropbox, I'd totally
Yeah.
migrate to Dropbox.
Yeah, because for example, I mean, they even can add like at least a counter, you know, on the plays. Not
Yeah,
even if
any-
who will listen to it, because
anything.
you can do this, but at least a counter.
At least a counter. Anything.
I guess hardware style.
I think this is being fatter.
I think
You can actually visibly see it on the waveform.
yeah,
the
I was
moment it
expecting kind
drops,
of this.
It goes
Yeah, I mean,
down.
the drop
in-
is
in
this, like, what?
volume, power, sub.
Yeah, it's like
the sub.
just needs the main lead needs some rear because it's dry. It's completely dry.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
the kick and
fatter,
bass. I
layered
mean,
with other stuff.
I think is more kind of a big room kick instead of kick and bass. But I mean, needs a lot of more work there. It needs a lot of strength because the vibe is good. But I think, for example, this long drop is way too much. Way. And
As
then
well.
another build up and drop. It's like, need to work a bit more on the arrangement.
Yeah, as well. Yes.
Mm.
But like, yeah, I it got me there with the verse build up. It was the energy was building, and then
Yeah.
but you
going
can do
down.
it. You can do it. It's a mixed thing. It's hard work. Put some work into it. The kick. I would replace that kick entirely, and
Yeah, me
or
too.
make it more subby.
A stronger one,
and-
more punch.
Yeah, and the bass, man. Like I was telling you, like that other track, like it needs more power on the low end. That's so important to chug. That's how you can have the simple melodies that like are like riding on top because you have a bass that they're chugging along very well,
Yeah,
very
they
powerful.
really hit your chest and yeah. No, somebody donated in the chat. Fuck.
Let's go.
Do you want to do this last one?
Yeah, let's do it.
I hate you guys. I hate you. I should be able to kind of disable donation or something when I don't want them. The problem is that I don't know the mail. Come on, just play the attachment. Lol. But which? The problem is that the name Zero Tabby is not here. There's nobody called Zero Tabby, so I don't know who he is.
Oh
Let me
yeah.
see. Let me see if he replies, and if not, just finish here. Because kind of similar name, like zero. I didn't submit anything. Oh, okay. Okay.
Ah.
Well, he said to play the Tatsu one, so we can maybe play this one. Come on, just really
Was it
quick.
that one? Yeah.
But guys, never do this. Never, never. I mean, first thing because nobody's don't wants to download your songs, and yeah, you can just click and listen here. But this player is so bad. It's so
It's the
bad.
worst player. It will
Yeah.
sometimes never play. It will sometimes not play.
Yeah, I mean, you can just take your song, upload it to SoundCloud. It's so easy, and just send the SoundCloud link or Dropbox. It's extremely easy.
It don't matter where we go. It don't matter where we stay tonight. Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know everything will be alright. It don't matter what we say. It don't matter how we make things right. Cause when I'm with you, yeah, I know everything will be alright. When I'm with you. When I'm with you, everything will be alright. When I'm with you. Yeah, I know everything will do. Yeah, I know everything will be alright. When I will be alright. When I'm with you, everything will be alright. When I'm with you.
Anything to say?
I think the snare, the drums, you could do them in a way so that they sound more quirky. Like, you know, you when you listen to Flume, for example, you think, wow, I've never heard that before. This I think it's so sick, but I've heard it before. So I want something that it's that you're like, this is an amazing mix, an amazing arrangement, but I want you to take it a step further and now be amazingly creative and get it somehow like it's just tiny tweaks to make everything hit differently, and then you're like, whoa, I've never heard this before. So but apart from that, that's my advice to stand out as an artist. But it's a really sick track, and
Yeah.
yeah, 5 years ago I would have been all like in love with this.
What I don't understand is that a person that produces this well, because it's so well produced, I mean, it sounds so good. The only thing on the
It's so
mixing
good.
that I would say, just for me, but it is completely personal preference, the snare on the drop is a little bit loud. That's the only thing. But the rest sounds so
Yeah.
good.
But I remember
But
this was the normal snare back in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
This
yeah.
was the normal, and then Jack U, Skrillex and Diplo came, and they showed us how you can just have anything as a snare, and it can just make it feel different. And that's what I would advise. Like, just do a snare that's quirky, different, maybe a little bit trappy, and like it can hit different. Like, it doesn't feel like dubstep, and it just
Yeah.
feels more like new wave. You know.
But like, if this person produces that well, why is it still sending the songs attached mail? I understand. Usually the people that send the song attached on the mail is people that is just starting. The people
True.
that produce well knows that needs to send a link and not these things. I don't get that.
That's true.
But well, really good song to end the live stream.
Yes.
Man, thank you so much for coming today. I hope you had
Thank you
a
for
great
having me, man.
afternoon.
It's a pleasure. Yeah, the pleasure
Yeah,
meet you all in the chat. You guys are awesome. And if you want, I would check out my music, check out some
yeah,
of the
of
stuff
course.
I've got going on. If you follow me, you'll find out very soon what remix it was that I was so wanted to tell you, but I couldn't. And
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you
yeah,
can say when it's coming out?
I don't know the release date exactly because it's a remix pack coming with an album. So there's this big artist is gonna release this album that's a remaster of his like classic album, and he's gonna release the remaster in Dolby Atmos and also the remixes.
But it's
So I'm
coming this year.
excited.
You can say if it's coming this year.
Yeah, it's around October or November. So
Oh, okay, okay, okay. That's nice.
so
So
in a few
guys,
months.
go and follow him for sure. Really good music.
Yes, guys, and you can send me
Um,
anything anytime, and I'll be happy to check it out.
so nothing else. See you probably at AD. What days are you gonna be there?
I'm gonna be there from the 19th, which is the night I'm playing. I'm playing at Desmet Studios in Amsterdam, and then I'm gonna stay like nearly a whole month. Really, I'm gonna stay like
Whole month.
1, 2, 3 weeks maybe.
Ah, okay, okay, okay.
Because I have some friends there that are inviting me to stay with them. So yeah, if you're there, feel free
Yeah,
to hang out.
maybe. I mean, you flying from Valencia?
I'm flying from Valencia. Yes.
Maybe I'm flying that day too. Maybe we fly on the same flight.
Oh
I
wow,
don't know.
that'd be really cool. Let's
I
see.
don't
Let's
know.
see what happens.
Okay, man. So nothing else. Thank you so much, and see you at
See
AD.
you, man. Thank
Right?
you, bro. See you.
So goodbye. We stay in touch.
Goodbye.
Bye. Okay, guys. Let me close this first. This closed. This closed. Why is he not? Oh, okay. No, this. Okay, guys. Nothing else. Thank you so much for coming today. I hope you learned something. I mean, I think we had really good conversation with him. He explained a lot of things and a lot of stuff about the industry, about how to grow, how to get into things. Like basically, he was growing, yeah, but like the remix, like boom, skyrocket him. And nothing else. This Sunday, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I just can say this. Don't miss this Sunday's video. Don't miss it. There's only 20 people right now still here. But guys, the ones staying here, don't miss this Sunday's video. Trust me. Don't miss it. If you miss it, you're gonna regret it. Okay? Don't miss it. I just can say this. Alright? So, well, see you next week. Okay? See you next week. Yeah, new videos every day on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube every week, blah, blah, blah. Next week, next live stream. Maybe bring another person next week. Okay, and the following one... No, not yet AD. Okay, because the AD week, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I do the live stream on Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. But nothing else. Stay tuned for everything this Sunday. Another video, a really important one that you want to watch. Okay, and nothing else, guys. Thank you so much for coming. Blah blah blah. All these kind of things that they always say. Thank you. Goodbye, and stay tuned. Don't miss the video.